Hi, I'm Dr. Botox, Dr. Danielle Mark Collins from the Real Housewives of Dublin. I am the TV host of 50 Plastic Surgery Shockers, which is the UK equivalent of Botched. I wanted to tell you a really exciting story. People were asking me which celebrities I've met. I can never discuss, obviously, patients who I treat because there's obviously patient confidentiality. But in the course of my work in TV, I've met some very cool people. For example, after the Olympics in London, I went to a party at George Michael's house and we all arrived there before George Michael. And I went with my agent at the time, John, and John said, look, we're meeting my pal Andy is going to pick us up in a taxi in a black cab. I said, okay, cool. Andy turned out to be Andrew Ridgeley from Wham. So I grew up with Andrew Ridgeley and George Michael on my wall. Like, I was sitting in this black cab just going, oh my God. He was with his wife Kieran from Bananarama. Again, I love Bananarama. When we get to George Michael's house, his huge security was in Hampstead Heath. We go in and it's an amazing spread, and he's got two of them as gorgeous Labradors, and they have little Union Jacks around their neck. And basically, there was so many celebs there. I was like, are they a patient of mine? Because at the time I was clinical director of Courthouse Clinic in Harley Street in London. So I was like, is that a patient of mine? And I always have this thing that when I see patients, I never say hello to them unless they say hello to me, just because of patient confidentiality and privacy. So there was a couple of ladies there and I was like, are they patients of mine or are they not patients of mine? It was the rest of Bananarama, and I just couldn't place them for a moment. Then one of the Gallagher brothers, I don't know if it was Liam or the other one, was playing at the Olympics and the other one was in the back garden. And when they put up the big white screen, just say it was Liam who was playing and it was Noel who was there. I don't know, I should fact check, but whatever. And Noel walks across the garden and goes, what a fucking beep, 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 beep. And we were all like, oh my God. Then who else was there? The Spice Girls came back with George Michael afterwards. Naomi Campbell asked me for a light, for a cigarette. I didn't have one on. Instead of being cool, I was like, I don't smoke. I'm sure she was like, I didn't ask, did you smoke? It turns out Naomi Campbell actually watched The Real Housewives of Dublin. There's a whole TV snippet article about it, so maybe I'll post that as well here. And it was just an amazing night. I met George Michael himself. I bought cupcakes from Topshop because I didn't know what else to bring home. And basically, he was like, thank you so much. And he said, oh, whenever I'm in Dublin, if I need Botox, I hear you're the best. We both know he was never going to be in Dublin. And I could tell at that stage there was a sadness about him. And there was other friends he'd had, lifelong friends, who had commented that they had brought him Christmas presents and he had just kind of thrown them in the garage. Like he was kind of disinterested in the presents or in life, or I don't know. I can't comment particularly, but it was just kind of sad. Who else was there? So all night long I was dancing with Andrew Ridgeley and his wife was lovely, and we were drinking Pimm's. And at one stage I looked around, Kate Moss was dancing, Naomi Campbell, the Spice Girls were there. I'll tell you who was very rude actually was Mel B. I wanted a photo with her, it wasn't that big a deal, and she was like, no. And then I was like, okay, no worries, whatever, like, what do I care? And then she came up and she was like, no, we can take a photo. And I was like, it's okay, I don't want a photo with you. Her husband was a crazy person, so maybe that's why she wasn't acting as friendly. The rest of the Spice Girls were very nice. Posh Spice wasn't there. Who else was there? There was, Kate Moss was there. There was limousines everywhere. It was like crazy, crazy London night. Crazy.